Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Can't Cry Hard Enough by Smokie. And it starts out with a keyboard intro, but it's almost like blocking guitar chords. And it starts on a C major chord. And the way you play C major, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger is going to go D on the second fret, third finger is going to go A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major, we're going to be going to a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger is going to go low E on the third fret, and the third finger is going to go to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from G major, we're going to be going to an A minor chord. And the way you play A minor, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, we're going to be going back to a G major chord. And then from there, we're going to be going to a D minor chord. And the way you play D minor, first finger is going to go to the high E on the first fret, second finger is going to go G string on the second fret, and the third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And with D minor, you want to strum just the top four strings, just the D, G, B, and E to get your clearest sound. And that's called D minor, and it sounds really sad. And then from the D minor, we're going to be going back to the C major, and then a G major, and then we're going to end up back on A minor right before the guitar intro starts. So it's kind of long notes on all those, and there's a really beautiful string part through that. But just to kind of go through that whole intro, you'd have a C major, G major, A minor, G major, D minor, and then a C major, G major, A minor. And then from there, the guitar part actually comes in, and we're going to talk about a really easy way to strum through this, and then we'll go back and kind of talk about what they're actually doing. But it starts on a C major chord through the verses. We got a C major, then a G major, and then an A minor, and then back to C major. But then we're going to do an F major chord. And the way you do F major, if you know the bar F major, and we'll talk about a substitute in a minute, you take your first finger and kind of put them across the entire first fret. Second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret. Third finger is going to go A on the third fret, and the pinky is going to go underneath on the D on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that makes an F major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then a good substitute for that, though, if you're just starting out and bar chords are difficult, is something called F major 7. And the way you play F major 7, first finger is going to go to the B on the first fret, second finger is going to go G on the second fret, and the third finger is going to go to the D on the third fret. And if you strum just the top four strings, that sounds like F major 7, and it sounds really, really happy. And that's a good substitute for the F major. And then from there, we're going to be going to a C major, and then a G major, and then we're going to go back to C major, but then we're going to do something called a C sus, or a C suspended 4. And all we're going to do is take the C major that we're on and take the pinky and just put them on the D string on the third fret, so right underneath where the third finger is. And on the C sus, you want to strum just kind of the middle four strings to kind of get the clearest sound out of that. So we have a C sus, and then from the C sus, we're going back to a C major. So through our verses, we got C major, G major, A minor, C major, F major, C major, G major, C major, C sus, C major. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding a strum pattern to it. And one of my favorite 4/4 patterns for a song like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if we were to just take the C and try that a lot, you'd have C with the down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, 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 up. And that'll work on all our chords until we get to that last C, G, C, C, sus. And on those chords, we're going to end up halving it. So we're just going to do down, down, up on each of those chords. So we just try that. You'd have you C with a down, down, up, G, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, C, sus, down, down, up, C, down. So you may want to practice that just a little bit. Just that C, down, up, G, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, C, sus, down, down, up, C, down. But just to try that through our whole verse, you'd have the C, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, F, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, C, down, down, up, C, sus, down, down, up, C, down. And then we basically be repeating that. So we're going to C, down, up, down, up, G, down, 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 A minor, down, 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 up, C, down, 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 up, F, down, 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 C, down, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, C, sus, down, down, C, down. But then from there we're going to be going to our chorus part, and our chorus starts on A minor, and then we go to a G major, and then we go to a C major, but then we're going to be going to a B flat major. And the way you play a B flat major, actually, there's kind of the bar version of this. We're going to do first finger across the entire first fret, and then we're going to do the D on the third fret, G on the third fret, and then the B string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B flat major, and it sounds really, really happy. Now that can be kind of difficult if you're just first starting out though. So a lot of times with bar chords, an easier way to do that would be to take just the top strings of it and make it a smaller chord. So if you tried, a good substitute for the B flat major would be doing first fret on the high E, and then if you took the pinky and kind of went B string third fret, and the third finger on the G string on the third fret, you could strum just the top 3 strings, or even the top 4 strings, and that's still a B flat major. And if you wanted to, you could even take the second finger, if you can make the stretch, and go to the D string on the third fret, and then make it kind of a little bit more powerful that way. But for the recording, or for this video, I'm going to be using the whole bar at a B flat major. And one way that I like to do it is doing it as a double bar, where I'm doing bar on the first fret, and then taking the third finger and trying to cover the D, G, and B strings. So that way I'm only using 2 fingers instead of all 4. And I'm kind of muting out a little bit of the E string that way, but that can still sound really good for the B flat major. So from the B flat, we're going to be going back to C major, and then we're going to be doing a G major, and then A minor, and then G major, and then we got F major, and then we're going to kind of do what we did at the end of the verses, where we got the C, G major, C major, C sus, C major. So to try it through our whole chorus with the strum pattern, you got the A minor, down, down, up, down, up, G, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, down, up, down, up, B flat, down, down, up, down, up, C major, down, down, up, down, up, G major, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, G major, down, 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 F, down, 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 C with a down, down, G with a down, down, C with a down, down, C sus with a down, down, C major with a down. And then from there we're going back to our verse. So we got our C, down, up, down, G, down, 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 A minor, down, 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 G, down, 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 F, down, down, C, down, G, down, C, down, C sus, down, C, down, down, and then we're basically repeating that for our verse. We got a C, down, down, G, down, down, A minor, down, down, G, down, down, F, down, down, C, down, G, down, C, down, C sus, down, C, down, down, and then we're kind of going back to our chorus again. We got the A minor, down, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, B flat, down, down, C, down, down, and then there's kind of a solo part where we're going to the G major, down, down, A minor, down, down, G, down, down, C, down, down, G, down, down, A minor, down, down, time thing on an E minor chord. And then when you play E minor, first finger is going to go to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger is going to go to the D string on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds really sad, and that's called E minor. And then from there, it goes to a C major chord for the very, very end. So it's kind of a weird little tag where you're just doing an E minor with a down, and then a C major with a down. Now in the recording though, to make this more interesting, it sounds like they're taking a lot of these chords with what are called arpeggios. And what an arpeggio is where you're breaking up the chord. And so instead of playing the whole C as a strum, it almost sounds like they're breaking up the notes of the C chord. So on the C chord, when it actually comes in on the original verse, and randomly it also sounds like he's playing a 12 string on this recording, so there's some notes that sound lower if you're playing it on a regular 6 string like I am. But it sounds like he's doing the A string, and then the D string, and then the G string, and going back to the D string on the C chord. So for the C chord, you actually end up doing that twice, where you go A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D. And then on the G chord, it sounds like he's kind of doing that same arpeggio string-wise, A, D, G, D. But so you end up with something called a G/B, which means you've got a G chord but with a B in the bass. But you could really just think G chord and just kind of do the same arpeggio. So you'd have the A string, D, G, D, A, D, G, D. And then you can do the A minor the same way. So we got A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D. And then you can go into the C chord the same way. A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D. And then for the F chord, you could do like the full bar and then change your bass note to the low E string. And if you're doing the full bar, you'd have the low E and then the D, G, D. Low E, D, G, D, low E, D, G, D. If you're doing the F major 7 though, it might sound better to go up to the D and the G and the B string and the G string for your arpeggio on that part. So you'd have the F with the F, or D, G, B, G, D, G, B, G. And then when we're halving the chords, we'll just end up doing that arpeggio one time on these chords. So you'd have the C one time, and then on the G chord full-fledged, you do low E for your bass, and then do the D, G, D. So you'd have the C chord with the A, D, G, D, G with the low E, D, G, D, and then you go back to the C chord, but then you'd have the C sus, same strings, and then back to the C chord for just kind of a down. So to try that with the arpeggio through the verse, you'd have the C chord, G with the B in the bass, A minor, C chord, and then we got the F, and then the C, G, C, C sus, C major. And then when you get to the chorus part, you could actually do that same kind of arpeggio. So we'd have the A minor with the A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D, and then the G chord with the G/B. And then you'd have your C chord. And then on the B flat, you could do just that part that we're using the arpeggio on. So the A, D, and G strings of the B flat. But then you'd be back at the C chord, or the G/B, A minor, G, and then we'd have a lot of that at the end of the verse coming back where we got the F major, and then the C, G, C, C sus, C major. So that might be a little bit cool because that kind of matches the recording a little bit better if you do more of the arpeggio. But that's the basics of how you could play Can't Cry Hard Enough by Smokie. So good luck!